Well, we always tend to overachieve here, don't we? When we break heat waves, they usually come crashing to a dramatic end. It's a live look outside right now. It's a bit hazy. Let me show you why it looks so hazy. We're going to go to the high view and look down at the high-resolution satellite imagery. The marine layer really came back in this morning with purpose. We woke up to, well, I guess now we got to call it June gloom. We basically all woke up to the marine layer that had taken over most of the bay. Since then, it has melted back, but it has not gone completely. It's out here. It is still lurking out here down the San Mateo County coast. That's its starting point. Let me show you what it's going to do tonight. It's going to come right back again. So we'll get that high view now, looking down on the bay, and we're going to forecast the transition from live satellite into futurecast imagery. This is the high-resolution forecast for how the marine layer just fills right back in again overnight. Beautifully conforming to the valley, so you can see where I am here in the Santa Clara Valley. You'll have plenty of it. That's Napa up there, where you can see the clouds have streamed up into Napa Valley. And that over here, this is where you've got the clouds that have come in and they've started to fill in through the Petaluma Gap. Bottom line is everybody gets it. So we wake up to gray skies tomorrow. That's going to keep our temperatures relatively cool, much like they have been. So let me just show you what the numbers will look like for tomorrow's daytime highs. We'll put on the color code for that as well. And when we take a look at the contours, the color contours, and match that with what tomorrow's daytime highs will be, these are almost identical to where you were today. This is the start of the part of the forecast that we looked at the top of the newscast. And I just wanted you to see these numbers again because these are not changing. This is the temperature side of this forecast is pretty much now locked in for like the next 7 days. We're just going to keep doing that. Let me give you the vantage point of something else that might be kind of interesting on this forecast now as we look ahead over the next few days. How'd we do this big cool down? You look up at the satellite imagery here, you really don't see anything. What came through here to break up the center of high pressure? It's there, but it's not strong enough to show up in the clouds. When we look at it on the water vapor, now you cannot miss it. Take a look at that. You've got that beautiful trough coming down the coast. That was the main driver. But then you've also got this little area of low pressure right here. The two of them are working together to totally break down that center of high pressure. And watch what happens over the next day and a half. That little area of low pressure out here sparks off some more thunderstorms in the Sierra. Interesting. And the bigger one out here really builds in the marine layer and drives it down the coast and keeps giving us these gray starts to the day. It took both of them, but they both kind of worked together and brought us down 20 degrees today from where we were yesterday. By the way, look where we're going to be. That's Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, more isolated thunderstorms in the Sierra, more marine layer for the coast. That is like classic summer here. If we're lucky, we get a robust season where the thunderstorms develop in the Sierra, dampen up the landscape a bit, and the marine layer keeps going to keep the worst of the heat away. And that's certainly the way it looks like it's going to go for much of the first part of this week. And when you look at the 7-day forecast, there's your 81 tomorrow if you're inland, and then you're not really going to stray from that much at all, maybe a few degrees, but nothing too dramatic. You just sit right around 80 degrees for the daytime high. Let's take a look at this forecast now for the Bay. We'll put those numbers on. They do the same thing in terms of not budging much. Let's see if we can get them all on there so you can see the full 7-day forecast. They're not going to budge a whole lot from there, and it does look really nice in terms of temperatures and a break from the heat. All right, Andrea, over to you.